This is a live look at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the UTSA Roadrunners and the Navy Midshipmen. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Home of some of the most iconic college football games in history.
And the Roadrunners ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The midshipman offense is on the field to start this game. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves, take what the defense gives him, and he cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Give to the big fullback. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Navy now in trouble here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hartman. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Navy will have to punt it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So UTSA's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Kevin Sperry, everybody wants to make big plays, but he's got to take them when they're available and not force things.
And I can just tell you, man, just by watching the tape of this dude at the quarterback spot, I don't like it. And I say that, I don't like it from a defensive perspective because he's just got so much speed. He can put so much stress on a defense, and it's just one guy. Break one tackle, can take it to the house, Palmer. It's a rare combination that what this guy can do. He can just take off in the blink and kill defenses.
Must be nice, because I have no idea what it feels like, but to be able to run that fast and stress a defense, that's got to feel pretty good, at least if you're on offense, right? Because not only do you have to focus on our running back, and not only...
Caught, and he's got room. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Roadrunners want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Back's got it on the screen. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Navy will go back on the attack. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. On the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Here's a give to Robinson. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Dropping back, it's Hartman. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Kick is in the air. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. Makes the quick grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Long way to go on second down. The fake wants to throw. Out wide right, it's West. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And it's the Roadrunners will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Young. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Uncorks one. And that one's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll go to the air. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Makes the grab, it's Anderson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
And the Roadrunners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin quarter kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. The midshipmen could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. They want to run this quarterback, and he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Doing it himself again. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. The run inside. It's Young. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Hartman. Finds his big tight end. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Keeps it moving, it's Payne. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out wide left, it's Anderson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Hits inside, it's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Caught behind the line, it's Anderson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. 2nd and long here. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Sperry. Oh, pressure's coming. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got a man in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
On the move at the 30. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. And it's the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Amador. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Quarterback keep. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Misses badly on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. After making his first field goal, he'll try to put up another with a shorty from 26. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 12, set to kick off.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Still looking. He'll try to do it himself. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Look out! Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure on this defense.
A loss of 4 yards on the play. Now, fourth down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 14 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's Ole Miss with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Annapolis. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Navy Marine Corps Memorial.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. The points have been tough to come by, and they'll try to stretch this to a 2-possession game on this drive. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Payne. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Sets his feet, it's Berry. Right side, it's West. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds a crease, it's Payne. Got the first down. There's some room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Going to the run, it's Payne. all over him immediately. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's West. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Sells the run, looking to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense fails.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Sells to fake. Turns up, it's Anderson. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to pass, it's Berry. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Navy offense sails out, ready to go to work. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. On the option. Turns upfield. Now the toss. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Maybe a crease. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quick give, it's Young. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Rushes on. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. UTSA taking over and the offense heads out to the field. They'll run the read option to the left to start the drive. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Defense all over him. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Moves the pocket. It's Berry. He's got it. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Under pressure. Right side, it's Amador. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Long way to go on 2nd down. They're testing the right side here.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Handoff again. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Running inside. It's Young. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Good, strong tackle. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hartman. Out wide right, it's Young. Could not make his way to the corner. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Keeping his eyes downfield. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Rides the option, he keeps it. Got a little grass. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And it's the Roadrunners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Touchdown, Roadrunners. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Navy offense. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Looking for the edge. Pulls it on the option. Nice move to keep running. There he goes. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Hartman. On the move. He'll pull it down. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. On play action. Reels it in. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Snags it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Nice move there. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Extending the play. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Navy quick to the line. 2nd down, going to throw it. They're all over him, trying to make something happen. They get to him, and down he goes, and that's the danger of trying to take a shot on 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Hartman. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The Roadrunner offense on its way out there to open this drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Payne. They'll stop him short of the line to gain. Stopped him just short of the 20 at the 19. It'll be 4th down. And the Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Moving the pocket, it's Hartman. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, pressure's coming. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen, David.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.